Hi, I'm Kelly and welcome to Kapowski Reads, and this is my quarter one wrap up. I didn't do any wrap ups, monthly wrap ups anyway, last year, and I kind of missed it. So I thought I would maybe try doing quarterly wrap ups, basically every 3 months do a wrap up, and then in December wrap up my entire year. I thought that might be a fun way to kind of make sure that I'm on track with regards to my reading goals, and I just like stats. So for quarter one, I'm going to be including January, February and March. And I have so far read 45 books and 13,546 pages. My goal for reading for the whole year was 60 books. I am probably going to make that goal in the next couple of months, but I don't plan on changing my reading goal. I plan to hit it, hopefully, and then just bask in the glory of having met a goal rather than try and get stressed. Well, I'm not going to try and get stressed. I don't want to stress myself out with having a goal that is unmanageable for me. I was trying to read a little bit less this year just so that I can free up some time to do some hobby stuff, but the heart wants to read books, so I'm reading loads of books as per usual for me. My 3 top moods, because I've been using StoryGraph and I really love StoryGraph for the stats. My 3 top moods have been mysterious, emotional and light-hearted, which is a new addition to my reading moods, I don't recall seeing light-hearted anywhere near my top reading moods of last year, so I'm kind of loving having some light-hearted books in here. And my main genres read are shocker to nobody, with mysteries, fantasy and young adult. I love those genres, so nothing seems to be changing there. My average rating for the year so far is 3.1 stars. I would be very interested to see how that changes as the year goes on. I'm very proud of myself for DNFing some books this year. I don't remember how many I have DNF'd, but it's definitely more than 3, maybe more than 4. So I'm not bringing my rating down so much because I'm saying goodbye to books, which is something I know I have to work hard on, and I'm trying, and I'm doing better. Of my 45 books read, 7 have been solid 5 stars. I'm not including any 4.5s, any 4.75s. I am talking my entire heart wants to give the book 5 stars. If it needs a kidney, I'll give it a kidney. So let's chat about my 5-star books. Interestingly enough, only one of these books hasn't been featured in a vlog. So now I feel really bad about that book because I really enjoyed it. So far this year, I have given 5 stars to Poor Things by Alistair Gray. I still haven't seen the film, and I think it might be on Disney+. If it is, I may watch it, but I'm not good at remembering to watch films. I am working hard to sit down and watch more films, especially because I have streaming services and I really should do that. So yeah, me of the future, remind me to watch that film. That's totally gonna happen. The Bennett Woman by Eden Appiah Kubi, Dead Girls Walking by Sammy Ellis, Undead Girl Gang by Lily Anderson, Violetta by Isabel Allende, So Happy For You by Celia Lasky, and Daisy on the Outer Line by Ross Sayers. I absolutely enjoyed all of those books so much, and I feel if I had to pick a favourite right now for the whole year, I don't think I could do it. As the year goes on, I may change my thoughts and feelings towards some books. I might find ones that I love more. So because I'm doing this quarterly, I'm really excited to see if, am I going to make the quarters compete against each other? Yes, I am. I have got 7 5-star reads for quarter one. I'm hopeful that I can maybe get 8 next quarter, hopefully. I feel I've already cheated because I'm currently doing a reread of a book that I love. So that's already an instant 5-star. Do I include rereads? I don't know. I'm making up the rules as I go along. Who knows? Reading challenge wise, I feel I'm doing not too well. I am participating in a whole gaggle of reading challenges in 2024, and I feel very strongly that I am putting more effort into some challenges over others, and it shows. It shows. So the reading challenges that I am doing in no particular order other than the order that I have them written down. That's the order I've got. I am participating in the diverse baseline, which is a challenge that is encouraging people to read diverse literature, and I am up to date with this challenge. There are 3 slots each month to fulfill, and I have fulfilled all of the options so far, and 3 of the books I have read out of the 9 books for this challenge are in my 5-star pool. So I mean, I feel that's surely the mark of success, that a third of the books I have read for this challenge are 5-star reads. I can't be mad at that. The way that I feel I'm maybe falling behind with this challenge is that I am setting myself a TBR every month, and I'm putting aside books I want to read for these challenges. And with the diverse baseline, sometimes I have found myself putting books aside to read that I just don't have time to pick up. So instead I have gone for maybe a book from the library that's a little bit shorter, and I feel like while I'm still participating and I'm still broadening my reading horizons, I'm not reading books that I own, which is like a little, not challenge exactly, but it is a focus I have for myself for this year. So that's something I would like to work and be a bit better at over the next quarter, is reading books that are mine, my books that I already have, rather than ignoring books that I have. I actually put books aside for this challenge, and I'm, toddling off to the library to get something. So I need to get better at reading the books that I've planned to read. Read Christie, getting along swimmingly. I can whiz through an Agatha Christie book pretty quickly. They're almost like a comfort read for me at this point. So I have fulfilled my 3 reading prompts so far for Read Christie. They've all been rereads so far, and I'd really like to find, I think it was last year I found a new to me Agatha Christie book, and it was so exciting to find one that I didn't already know. Although saying that, some of the books I will read them and I realise I've forgotten what happened. So there's still that lovely air of mystery, and I do get a good whodunit moment out of them. I am up to date with Kayla's buzzword, although it does make me quite sad that I haven't loved all of the books that I have been reading for this challenge so far. I have liked 2 of them and I've really disliked one of them, and I probably would have DNF'd it if it wasn't being read at the last minute for a reading challenge. So I want to focus a little bit better on reading my challenge books before the end of the month, so that I can do some swaps and substitutions, so that I don't have to read a book, so that I don't feel I have to read a book and finish a book I'm not liking. Which I think leads me very nicely on to my Crush Your Kindle challenge, because I didn't enjoy any of these books. I didn't enjoy any of them, and I believe I rated them either 1 or 2 stars, and I very happily could have DNF'd all 3 of those books, and I know that I read them and I only finished them because I needed to finish an ebook to fulfill my reading goal, and I forced myself to finish books that I wasn't getting that much out of, and that's a terrible habit I have, and I'm trying not to be that person, but currently I'm that person. So I would like to aim to have at least one of my Crush Your Kindle books for the next quarter be a 3-star. I'm aiming an achievable goal. Just 3 stars. That's what I would like. If that's going to happen, I will be delighted. I mean, to be honest, I'll settle for just not 1, but I want a 3. I'm hoping for a 3. And my last reading goal for 2024 is 24 countries in 2024. I am arguably making this harder for myself in that the books have to be written by authors who are from or have lived in the countries that the books are set in. So I'm so behind. I'm so very behind with this challenge. I have read 4 books out of 24. Technically I can add England onto this, so I should be on 5, but I have a very specific book that I want to include for England. So I'm so behind. Looking at the books that I'm reading over the next month anyway, I think I'm maybe gonna get 2 or 3 extra countries on here, but I really need to focus on this reading challenge. I'm so behind, and I am seeing everyone else who is in this challenge just smashing it, reading all of these amazing books, having the best time and achieving all of the goals. And I know I've oversubscribed myself, but I will never learn. I will continue to oversubscribe myself and feel guilty when I fall behind, even though there is no judgment. Absolutely nobody is judging me in my group for only having read 4. Everyone's so nice and supportive, but I'm just like, oh, I'm so behind. Also have a reading breakdown because I love stats, I love a pie chart, and I have been tracking the format of the books that I read over the month. So I've just tallied one together for the first quarter because it lets me see where I'm getting my books from, which I think is pretty important because I'm focusing this year on reading books that I already have. I want to reduce my physical, ideally my physical TBR, but if I help clear out my Kindle a little bit, that's also quite good because I don't want to ignore books I already have. So I have read 15 books from my own physical stash, which a third, that's good. Is that good or is that awful? I'm not sure. I have no sense of perspective. But seeing as it's the biggest chunk of my pie chart, I'm taking it as a win. I have got 3 rereads. I know that those are all Agatha Christie books. I would like to read a little bit. I was going to say I'd like to read a little bit more of my rereads. That sounds awful. That sounds like an awful way of wording that. I would like to reread a little bit more because there are so many books that I have already loved and I want to go back to them, and I just find I don't have time, and I would like to make time to go back to adventures that I have already loved. I have finished 7 NetGalley books, which is great because I'm so woefully behind in my NetGalley reading. I have a lot of books that have already come out and I just haven't read them before they came out, which is the whole point of having NetGalley, is that I read them before they come out. I have read 4 ebooks that I already owned, 3 of which were for my Kindle Crush challenge. So only 1 extra, only 1 non-mandatory ebook. I have finished 6 books that I got from Audible Unlimited. I have had 7 library loans. Well, no, I haven't. I've had 7 library books that I have finished. I've had some DNFs. I'm not counting them. You don't get to go on the pie chart if you're a DNF. No stats for you there. No pie for you. Only books that get finished go on the pie chart. But 7, and I had a good time with all of the ones that I did finish. I'm not sure what the tiny piece of pie is. It will be 1, and I think it's library ebook or audiobook I already own. I will add a note to say which of the 2 it is, but it's one of them. And I finished 2 library audiobooks. My library, we have BorrowBox, so we get some pretty good audiobooks through that, app. So that is my quarter one wrapped up. I am feeling really positive about it. I mean, if I look back at the first 3 months of the year, I only remember the good books. I don't remember the 1 stars. I don't really remember like the disappointing reads. I just remember the books that I loved, and I know it's rose tinted spectacles, but I am only remembering the fantastic 5 stars, 4 stars that I've enjoyed, and I'm feeling really good about it. So I am counting quarter one as a success, and I do have areas for improvement when it comes to fulfilling my reading goals, and I will let you know in the next quarterly update how well I've gotten on and if I've made any more progress. If you are into reading stats, let me know. I find this so fun, it's so interesting. Let me know a book that you've enjoyed so far this year, because I love hearing what other people are enjoying reading. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!